What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video you're gonna watch me and my friend Ellie here, the mammoth, head on out into the different cities and sell a whole bunch of tier 5 leather. As you can see on screen right now, I have stacks upon stacks of tier 5 leather, all of it worth 16 mil altogether. Yeah, I'm just gonna head out to the different royal cities and sell every single one of them. Alright, I'm put them in the market for sale. Without further ado, guys, come along as we go do that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and while we fast track through this delivery system, as you can see, I am about to head out into the different royal cities and sell these tier 5 leather. What I like to do is answer questions left behind by you, my viewers. So the first question comes from Thrunky. And you said, excellent video, thanks for the help. Quick question, I'm calculating the market tax costs. I don't have premium statuses on, so I pay more taxes, and that sums up quite a big number. Do you have any way to deal with market taxes? I think it's still worth it. It just reduces profit a lot. Also, do you used to buy and sell materials in just one city, or you spend time looking for best prices and transporting materials around? As far as the taxes are concerned, brother, there's no avoiding it. Alright, so I don't use premium on all of my refining videos, and as you said, you don't have premium either, so of course me and you are gonna suffer the 10% tax, unlike people that have premium where their tax is only, I think it's 6 or 5%. Alright, so there is no way around it. But I have an excuse for not having premium. So my excuse is I have a mammoth. So because I have a mammoth, I can transport a lot more resources than the average player. Alright, so if you're using an ox or a winter's bear, the amount of resources that you can transport does not compare to how much I can. Alright, so that's why I always recommend for the lower end people that's just beginning when it comes to refining and so on, they should always have premium, and they should always utilize their focus. Alright, so focus increases your return rate when you're refining by 54%. I forgot, I think it's 50, yeah, it's 54%, or 53.9 or 54.9. I really can't remember. This is just going off the top of my head. So basically, when it comes to the lower end or the newer people that's coming to refining and they don't have a mammoth, I recommend having premium and using your focus in order to refine and get more profit back. Okay, and because you're in the lower end of the spectrum, I do not recommend that you refine like flat tier 4 or 4.1 or flat tier 5 and 5.1. What I do recommend that you refine is 4.2 and 4.3, 5.2 and 5.3, because the profit from those materials are a lot higher compared to the flat tier 4 items. Alright, it doesn't matter what type of item it is, it could be hide, fiber, whatever. Alright, always refine the 0.2s. Alright, it can be 5.2, 6.2, 4.2, 4.3, etc, etc. Alright, so when you're in the lower end of refining, I highly recommend that you refine the enchanted materials or the enchanted resources and use your focus when you're doing that. That way, instead of making, let's say, a 2 million silver profit from refining, you can make an upwards of like 5 mil. So the most I've ever made was when I was refining 6.2, and I didn't use a mammoth, it was small scale, and I made a profit of almost 6.2 million silver just from one refining session. Alright, so that's my advice for you, especially if you're in the lower end. And also, do you buy and sell materials in just one city? That was one of your questions. No, I always transport my materials. As you can see in this video right now, I always transport my materials to the different royal cities and sell them there. Selling them in one city takes too long and you have a higher chance of being undercut. Always divide your resources equally amongst the different cities. But if you're a small refiner, then it's fine for you to sell in one city, because you can only refine like 2 or 3 stacks of 999 materials. So yeah, for you lower end refiners, you can always sell your materials at one city, it doesn't matter. but for people like me who refines in large batches, we need to divide our resources amongst the different cities, okay? And people like us is vital for the economy when it comes to Albion Online, because we're the ones that transport different resources to different cities, and crafters from each city can buy those resources, and it cuts them a lot of time from having to travel from city to city in order to buy the resources, okay? Now I hope that answers your question, and I hope you have a lovely day, brother. Right, let's hop on over to the next question, and it comes from Muhai Minol Islam. Brother, I cannot pronounce your name, I'm sorry, but your comment says, okay, but how do you sell them fast? Like, I used to refine, but because I needed to reset, I think is what you mean, the sell order so many times, yet it used to take a lot of time to sell. Okay, so to me, and I'll explain it to you how I look at refining. Refining is kind of like a investment. So you buy the materials, you refine it, then you gotta put it up to sell. It's a buy and demand market. So when people need it, they'll buy it. When people don't need it, they don't buy it. So your ideology of trying to make fast silver, I'm sorry, refining is not really method, so to speak, to make quick silver. It's kind of like you preparing for the long haul. Okay, so you're preparing for the long run. So what I normally do is put my items or whatever that I just crafted or refined up for sale, and I just completely forget about it. Okay, I don't try and go back and check every day and blah blah. I just, because I mass refine and mass craft a lot of different materials and so on, I can just afford to put it up on the markets at the different cities and just carry on about my business and buy more resources to refine on another day. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, Muhaim Munul Islam, this isn't really a method where you can get silver like today. Alright, sometimes some of your items will sell today, but a majority of the time it'll take 24 hours to a week. Alright, righty here guys, next comment comes from Yukas Zub. I hope I got your name right, and you said, guys, get a mount for 150 million and you can refine too. Oh, I forgot about millions for buying the wood, that wood. Yeah, most of you guys wear tier 4, tier 5 and has sad life like me on yellow, bad solid dungeon loot, bad corrupted loot, good group dungeon loot, same. I have idea best loot is on Black Zone, group and Avalon road chest, but there are trillions of gankers, so cry more. I don't know how to respond to this. I didn't get the question. It wasn't a question. But let's touch on that. The 150 million for the mammoth. Yeah, that's very expensive. You're right on that part. Also, investing millions into buying the resources to refine. Yeah. You're right on that part. It took me almost 4 months to finally afford my mammoth, and now I can play Albion Online and make millions of silver, and I do it all with no premium. Alright, when I started, it took a while to get to my position. Alright, I worked hard towards it, and once I got there, everything was easy, but you gotta grind that out at the start. As far as the yellow solo dungeon loot, corrupted dungeon loot, and group dungeon loot, I honestly don't know. I really don't do that type of content. One of the main things that I did in the past, if you saw my videos, is I did a lot of bandits and a lot of Black Zone outpost territory fights, vortex, going for gold cores, purple cores. I did a few gankings with a couple of my friends, but a lot of the content that I did in the past was mainly surrounded around ZVZ, large group fights in the Black Zones and the bandits. Like, it's all on my channel, you can see it. Also, to touch on the best loot is Black Zone group or Avalonian road chest, but there are trillions of gankers, so cry more. The loot, you're right on that. The loot in the Black Zone and the Roads of Avalon is a lot better compared to the Yellow Zone and the Blue Zones. I didn't disagree with that at all. I don't know what this is directed towards, but I'm in a position of the game where I don't really care about gankers. If I do get ganked, it's fine. It's not a huge loss to me. Most of my content is based around helping newer players get to my level, so I share my secrets with them. If you want to gank and you want to use that as your main source of income for getting silver, go right ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. The methods I'm showing you guys is a safe way of getting silver, and it helped me throughout my time in Albion for all the years that I've played. It helped me fund my sets so I can go out in like a 7.3, 7.2, 8.3, so on, and die, and I wouldn't care because I had like silver, enough silver to cover my losses and to make more. So a lot of the content that I have is based around safe ways to make silver. For those of you out there that enjoy yellow zone content, yeah, go for it. There's nothing wrong. That's the cool thing about Albion, is it caters to everyone. Okay, there's people out there that don't like PvP, so they don't want to go to, like, say, the red zone or the black zone. All right, they can stick to the yellow zone. There's people out there that likes to play solo by themselves, like they don't like interacting with other people or talking to other people. All right, and Albion Online can cater to that as well. And there's people out there that's like me, who enjoys large group content, like ZVZ type content in the bandits and black zone. All right, so Albion Online caters to everyone. If you're a solo player, you can hit the mists. All right, so the black zone mist, the red zone mist. This game caters to everyone. I think this individual is just trolling, making fun of a lot of people, leaving questions behind on my channel. Guys, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You can play the game how you want to play it. Don't let anyone tell you how to play it. All right, I'm not gonna tell you to go out to the black zone and do ZVZ like I used to do. All right, you can just stick to the yellow zone and do faction warfare. There's nothing wrong with that. And you're rewarded with faction warfare by getting faction points, similar to black zone content where you're rewarded for territories that you control and so on. So yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to how you guys want to play it. There's no right and wrong way. If you guys want to stay in the safe zones, then stay there. If you guys want to venture out into the lethal zones, then the methods I use can help you fund your silver, and that way if you do die, it's not really a huge loss, and you don't have to use real money to, you know, pay for the gear that you lost. Understood? Radio, ladies and gentlemen, we'll hop on to the next comment, and it comes from Ibrahim. And you said, I'm so glad I found your channel last year and stayed watching. You never change and remain solid, super chill and soothing content. Thanks, brother. There's nothing really to change up with me. I just play video games and do voiceovers and give tips and tricks that I used along the way, and I don't mind sharing that with my viewers. And I'm glad you find my content soothing and super chill, I guess. Yeah, the content I make is basically designed for those of you that just want to chill, play Albion, and watch a little bit of YouTube on the side. Alright, so that's why my content is like the way it is. I do that most of the time. Okay, I don't really like content where they for example, if I'm watching a refining video and there are no talking, alright, there's like subtitles or so on, or they just play music and fast forward the video clip. I really hated those type of videos because, you know, I'll be playing Albion on one monitor and on my second monitor all I hear is music. So that's why when I started making my content, I was like, you know what, I think it's only right that I speak on it and try to explain everything that's going on. That way people can listen and also play other video games. Alright, so yeah, anyways, thanks Ibrahim, and I hope you have a lovely day, brother. Let's hop on to the next comment, and this is a good friend of mine that I haven't seen or heard from in a long time. My brother Nianta. The last time I spoke to you face to face, I think, was last year. Alright, I hope everything's fine. Anyways, you said, how's your method to selling those planks? You bring it to each city, or you make a cluster like sell 2k plank each city till it's out of stock? What I tend to do, brother Nianta, is I don't sell everything I have in one city. I transport it like I'm doing right now in this video, and I just, you know, I put one stack of 999 up for sale, and then the rest of it I put it into the bank. Alright, and I come back every 1 or 2 hours and check my buy orders and sell orders, and usually I'll sell like 3 or 4 stacks a day. So usually by 24 hours to, let's say, a week. Alright, I'm just giving it a rough estimation. Between 24 hours and a week, everything should be sold. I hope that answers your question, brother, and also Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, and I'm glad to see you're still alive, my friend. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll hop on over to the next comment, and the next comment was from So Browful, and you wrote down, if you can gather the wood by yourself, is it better, or is it too time consuming, so making it not worth it? So if you're a gatherer, right, I really do suggest that you gather and sell, because gathering and then transporting and refining does take a lot of time. Also, it'll take a long time for you to gather a stack of 999. Alright, it'll take you months. Alright, just to get, I think, like 3 stacks. Unless you're power gathering through tier 3 and tier 2 resources, it's gonna take you forever. So if you're gathering, I highly do recommend that after you gather, you sell it instantly. And if you want to refine, it's best to buy the resources, refine it, and then sell it. But before you do all that, you should always, like I say, double check and do your homework and make sure that it is profitable before you spend silver in order to buy those materials. Alright, I hope that answers your question, brother. Let's hop on over to the next comment, guys, and it comes from Swamp Dragon 0, and you write down in the comment section East server giveaway with a sad emoji. I'm gonna say right now that it's kind of my fault. I have been slacking when it came to the giveaways, guys. I will be looking to do some more future giveaways. Just stay tuned and I'll have that released on my future videos. And also to touch on Dragon, I am so sorry. Alright, next time I should put more effort into making sure that I do more giveaways and reward you guys, especially you guys, my viewers. Alright, I hope that answers your question, brother. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the video. I am about to deposit my leftover hide or leather into the bank, and then I'm gonna head on over to the market of Bridgewatch and sell it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nothing else to say other than it was one hell of a journey, guys, and I'm glad you came with me. And well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along with us on this journey. That took a while for me and my friend Ellie here to travel around the different royal cities and put the leather up for sale. And to think about it, Ellie, did you know that someone left a comment saying, Ellie, if you need help, blink twice? Did you see that comment, Ellie? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that's good you saw it. Now tell the viewers that you're alright. Tell them that you're alright, Ellie. I'm fine, people. Please don't worry. Lucy does not have my children locked in a dungeon, okay? Alright, guys. See? Ellie said that everything's fine. Alright? Don't be questioning anymore what's going on. Ellie works voluntarily. And yeah, thanks, Ellie, for helping me deliver everything. Anyways, guys, it's your boy, Musi. Nothing else to say other than be good out there. And if you can't be good, then be bloody careful. And I'm out of here, people.